Hello, hello. This is Carrie with PFS Investments, and I'm here to bring you 2 to 5 minutes of good financial tips for both personal and business life. Okay. My entire goal of these videos is really to bring you the education and value that you could use both today and tomorrow. All right. So today we're actually going to talk about creating a budget, fun stuff, creating a budget that actually works for you in both of those arenas. Okay. So first, let's talk personal. And I think one of the biggest things is to understand that when it comes to budgeting personally, then you really want to keep it simple and you want to keep it actionable. Okay. So simple and actionable. Those are the key things here. So, in other words, if it's not actionable, right? And if it's not simple, what's the likelihood that we're going to actually do it and follow through and keep it going, right? So, for 2025, the entire goal here is to make sure that those things happen. All right. So, here's how we can actually start a budget today. And hopefully, this is something that will really be able to produce a lot of results for you very quickly. In addition to that, it lasts a long time. So if anything in these you have any questions about or they're not working for you and you've got some ideas, I'm happy to hear them. Okay, so put them in the comments here, or you can always send me a direct message. That absolutely works. Number one, track your income, right? We need to know what it is that we're making. That's actually where we start. So whether you've got income from your business, you've got income from side hustles or from your W-2 job, whatever it looks like, right? A paycheck or not, excuse me, knowing exactly what you have coming in, that's actually going to be our very first step, right? That makes sense. Everything's pretty logical, but it's putting into action. That's the key here. So, number two, outside of knowing what we have coming in, how much is actually going out and what's going out, right? So, we're actually list our expenses. And what I want you to do is I want you to actually put them in different categories, and categories are going to be from fixed and variable. So, what does that carry? Fixed expenses, rather, is rent, mortgage, electric, things that you know you have to pay on a monthly basis no matter what, right? And also they stay about the same, or at least you can get a good average of it so you know what's coming ahead, okay? The separate one, or the second one, would be variable. And what is variable? Restaurants, going out. Um, Really, you could put groceries in there as well. Definitely entertainment. Those types of things are variable and can change from month to month. Sometimes drastically, depending on season, depending on birthdays, right? Fill in the blank. So those are the variables. So list those out separately and list all of your expenses. One of the best ways I suggest to do this, though, is not just to list the expenses from your head. I'd like you to go ahead and take a look at 1 month statement of an average month, and go line by line. Seems very daunting, but it's a very good idea to do. Just kind of skim and say, oh, that's right, I forgot about that membership. Oh, that's right, right? And then actually take a look and calculate how much you spent on your restaurants versus your groceries and that total. That'll be a lot of help, and it's very eye opening. And if you go, oh my gosh, why did you make me do this? This is a lot. This is crazy. And or you go, holy moly, I had no idea I was spending that much. You would be with the rest of the country. Okay. So for the most part. So don't stress, don't beat yourself up. That's not what this is for. This is absolutely to be able to have an idea of where we want to go. We've got to be clear on where we're at. Okay. All right. So number three, every dollar has a job. This is probably my favorite part in the conversation because it really is the concept of making sure that your money works for you as hard as you work for it. Okay. And how does it do that? Well, you tell it what to do. Okay. And it's not just about controlling your money, which if you don't control your money, we talk about this, money will control you. Okay. And you really want to be able to control your finances. So you have the finger on the pulse and you're clear about where you're going. Now, a lot of ways you can do this. Excuse me, I've got something in my throat. But a lot of ways you can do this is the 50-30 rule, 50-30-20 rule. Okay, there's a lot of different opposite options. Okay, so this is just one for time's sake. The guide is 50% is going to be for your needs. Okay, excuse me, 30% is for your wants, and then 20% is actually for like debt repayment or goals. Preferably if it's goals if you're not a debt, but if not, that's where it would be. Okay, no more than that, no more than less than that. If you have been doing that's not working for you, I absolutely have other ways as well. Reach out to me and I can let you know. Number four is then automate, okay, and then also adjust. So often what we do is we give up something too quickly, and or we're not really even sure if that's working because we're not taking our fingers on the pulse again, like we're not aware what we have. So set up automatic transfers to your savings, and this can be in different situations. This is just personal, by the way, into your savings account, I want you to budget this and look at this on a weekly basis. If you're getting paid on a bi-weekly basis, still checking on a weekly basis. Why? Because when do we spend money? Almost every day, right? Just when we get paid isn't the time that we only spend it, right? So if you're getting paid one time a month, then obviously then you're having a little bit better idea because you don't really have an option, okay? Often says, man, I really wish I could get paid once a week. It would make it so much easier for me. Yes, and right. There's some pros and cons to both. So either way you get paid, maybe it's W-2 plus you have some side gigs. Again, assess what you have on a weekly basis. I want you to definitely just adjust what you need to based off some of the percentages I just gave you. And I want to make sure I don't miss anything that I was thinking about. But I guess the biggest tip outside of that when it comes to budgeting is that it really doesn't have to be about deprivation. You're not depriving yourself of spending money. Okay. So I'm very, very big about making sure that you create a budget of spending money. I want you to have fun money. If you are not doing that, okay, and you are trying to do, very strict things and you're not allowing yourself and you're depriving yourself and you say, okay, I'm cutting off everything and you do a drastic thing, how long do you think that's going to last? Just as quickly as a fad diet goes out, so does your budget. Okay. So we don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. Again, this is Carrie, PFS Investments. Now, part 2 will be on business. Thank you so much. If you have any tips of things that you do that you think is you think that works, I would love you to just put in the chat so that other people can see them as well and they can benefit. Thank you.